Hey guys, well. What an upset. Anthony Joshua loses to Oleksandr Usyk in a unanimous points decision. Guys, I don't know what Anthony Joshua turned up today, but this was indeed the worst Anthony Joshua I've absolutely seen fight, including the Ruiz loss. It was like Usyk in the first 2 rounds. Usyk asserted they was feeling each other out, but pretty much Anthony Joshua, I would say, he caught Usyk with a couple hooks, but there was no sense of urgency after this. Usyk rumbled Joshua a few times. Did Usyk get rumbled a couple of times? Yes, he did. But basically, Anthony Joshua looked lethargic, slow, sluggish. Usyk had Anthony Joshua and commanded the centre of the ring as the smaller guy. Pushed AJ on the back foot many a time where AJ, and at the times when AJ had Usyk on I can't remember what round. Round 4 was quite imperative. I think AJ got a wobble there. AJ at one point had Usyk on the ropes and he didn't go for the kill. He literally took his foot completely off the gas, guys. I've never seen this type of AJ. Because I was calling the fight, I wasn't privy to hear what the corner was saying, but there was no adjustments at all. Usyk did seem to slow down, and AJ at about round 5 or 6, they was just like, let's take a round. Asserted full dominance. He'd point score. He would hit AJ straight down the pipe with a straight left that AJ wasn't able to shape. Usyk also seemed to be that the plan of action was to hit AJ with some temple shots. He was trying right hooks, left hooks. Some of them were a bit sloppy and weren't connecting, but there was a couple that did connect and rock AJ. He was picking AJ off bit by bit by bit. AJ was basically chasing Usyk, doing wide hooks and swings and missing and overcompensating and turning way around. Like, I've never seen this AJ before. Usyk schooled him in a total masterclass. Then it gets ramped up by round 9. AJ seems to have established some kind of eye injury from Usyk popping him with that straight left. He looked totally distressed in the corner, which was weird to see again. Where else can I go? Usyk kept picking him off. The championship rounds, AJ lost 9, 10, 11, 12. By this time, AJ was literally just nothing. He didn't even look like he had power throughout the fight. This is what I was bothered about. I'm not sure why AJ thought, or his team, the game plan was to try and outbox a master boxer. We always said, use your weight and impose it. I was worried straight away when I saw him lose way too much weight. He looked drained. Even in the press conference, he looked tired, drained. It wasn't a good look. It didn't look like he had power. He looked feeble. He looked meek. Everything that I've never seen with AJ. Why? There was no adjustments made. It was just like, just be defensive. Which outbox a boxer, no bueno. Lo siento, pero no bueno. That was the silliest move. And in my opinion, Rob McCracken, it's time for you to go. This has been a detrimental loss within AJ's career at the stage where he's at. Undisputed, definitely slipping through his fingers. I still team AJ all day, and I do believe the only way that in this rematch that he will be able to beat Oleksandr Usyk is that he gets his ass to 250, goes all guns blazing. Derek Chisora hit better shots than AJ. It's just that Chisora just didn't have the skill to beat. But you need the brute force and you need to impose your will. And that AJ's got nothing to lose. He doesn't have any belts. So that's my take on it. Round 12 was just bad round for AJ. Usyk peppered him, pieced him up. It was scary. Usyk got him on the back foot until it was very... I thought this was going to happen, like what Usyk did to Tony Bellew. AJ was exhausted. So by the time it got to round 12 and it was coming towards the end of the round, Usyk was piecing up AJ against the ropes. AJ, it was like an eight punch flurry. AJ couldn't do anything. No replies. He nearly keeled over. And he was saved by the bell. And then he had the cheek to smile like, you didn't hurt me. If that round was 20 seconds longer, stop it. Wait for the rematch, which I think we're hearing rumblings that it will be in February. Yeah, AJ needs to get his mind right, his focus back. Oleksandr Usyk, take nothing from you. Definitely number one on the pound for pound list until Canelo. If he beats Plant, then, you know, Canelo will be. But right now, I've got Oleksandr Usyk number one, Canelo number two, Bud Crawford number three. This is the third cruiserweight in history to come up from cruiserweight to heavyweight and win a major title, let alone three. He's got four belts. Three of them are major. IBO, IBF, WBA, WBO, in one foul swoop. Amazing. Oleksandr Usyk has been an amateur for 10 years to 12 years before he went to pro. Salute to AJ for taking the tough fights, because this is what a warrior does. He just didn't perform well, but all in all, this was great for the sport of boxing. This is what we're in it for. You can't get too overly emotional. I was gutted when he lost to Ruiz because that wasn't an worthy opponent. But this guy, Mr. Pound for Pound, Libra por Libra, sí, tú sabes. It's crazy, yeah? So, fair play to AJ for taking the big fights. This is the sport of boxing. This is what we're in it to watch, the big fights. And hopefully AJ goes back to his drawing board. Does it take off some leverage off of him? Unfortunately, yes. Desafortunadamente, sí. But, you know, we move and we improve. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey, girlies. Hang on. Anthony Joshua gets his second loss against Oleksandr Usyk in a 12-round unanimous point decision. And the new Hey girlies, LadyChann. Rep nonetheless, come box with CHANN. Gone. Wild.